Hi, this is the third time I've been trying to do this. I think the audio's recording right. Um, I want to talk about motivation, um, not just in this game, but in general, but how this game has taught me motivation and how to maintain it with myself. For a long, long time, I've been dealing with ADHD my entire life. As many RuneScape players know, this game is absolute fodder for the brain receptors and dopamine, and it helps us stay criminally addicted. I've been playing this game since I was 9 years old, and I am now 23. This game has been an integral part of my entire life, off and on. And the reason I wanted to come on here and talk about this is because it's kind of a weird scenario when you stop and think about how much time you can put into just one game through your life, and keep coming back to it, and yet you struggle to make that move on a creative project, or you struggle to make that move on a workplace related thing. And I want to say that's okay. You're not alone in that mentality, and I'm glad you don't have to be alone in that mentality. For a long time, I felt like I was that way. I still often do, but I'm glad to say that it does get easier, and it can get better. With that being said, motivation is a fickle thing, and I feel it's easier to be motivated in the moment than it is in the run up to it. I think the reason we feel so motivated playing this game is because we're all playing it already. We've all opened the game already. We're already logged in. We've already made the first step. And making the first step is the most difficult thing a lot of the time. And we've all made the first step already every time we log into the game. The motivation to get up and do the thing is done. We've got to the point where at the computer, where we're in game, we're on mobile or whatever. And that kind of applies for life, and it's something that I acknowledge is difficult to do sometimes. This game has taught me that taking that first step is the important part. I think that's why a lot of people with ADHD and stuff, that we tend to find achieving in the workplace not often that difficult, because we're at work, we're already there, and the mentality as well, we're already there, we might as well just occupy ourselves because that's what keeps our brains going. And to that extent, I wonder if we all lack motivation because we can't start the process a lot of the time. Runecrafting sucks. Hold up, I have a good analogy. I took ages setting up to do blood runes. I grinded 93 agility to train blood runes efficiently, and then within 3 hours I got the Rift Guardian. And there's something prophetic about that, in the sense that I genuinely took the time to set myself up and get the motivation to grind for it, and it was rewarded. And it's not going to reward everyone in such a hilariously overt manner, but that being said, it's nice to know that it can happen. And I think just knowing success is obtainable is really, really important. There is always an outcome, and sometimes it's not going to work, like how this skirt seems to apparently clip when running and stretch, and I don't think I've noticed that before. But yeah, the first step is the most difficult part, but if you're already booting up the game, then you've proven to yourself that you can get there, and that can kind of apply for life too. Don't be afraid to take the first step. Don't be afraid to immerse yourself. You will find that your motivation comes exceedingly fast once you do.